And we've got recording going, so we are good to dive into our session. Um, but before we get too deep into recaps and whatnot, let's learn a little bit about who we have at the table.
Hi everyone. I'll go first. I'm Connor. Excuse me. I'm playing a Drow Shadow Magic sorcerer named Valen. Normally from the underground, but has been traveling the lands above for some time now, and does so with his Shadow Hound companion Bix.
All right, who's next?
Um, I can go next. Hello, folks. I'm Samir, and I'm playing Ephraim, a brass dragonborn monk. And he's been here stranded for a little while now, navigating by himself for a little bit until he encountered the current group that we're with. He's been traveling as I'd say something like a wandering shaman or hedge healer, I guess.
Okay.
I guess that leaves me. I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Jinx. Jinx is a mischievous and curious Blackford Tabaxi rogue inquisitive. This week's fun fact about Jinx is he is struggling with the visions of mists he saw when he tried scrying on the author of his letter. It was the only thing besides the teal fabric he wears as a scarf that connected him to where he came from, and it might not even be real. It might just be another way Strahd is fucking with him, and he's angry that he let himself get his hopes up.
All right. And then we do have Thresh, who plays Slowtop, who will be joining us shortly. But with that, we can dive back into our session where we had last left off. You had been in the marshy ruins of a village, Brez, and while you were there, you fought a hag who turned into a bunch of flies and flew off. Uh, you got the gem that you were looking for, and you met a new companion uh, in the form of Ephraim. And now, as you have your gem in tow, I believe you all were heading to the Martikovs. Or did we get to the Martikovs already? I can't remember.
I think
I don't think we got there, did we?
we made camp before we got there.
Yeah, I wanted. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't want to leave the werewolves to them. We were trying to jump the werewolves, and then they stole Jinx's book.
Oh yeah, there was a theft that happened. That's right. Um. So you're almost to the Martikovs to deliver this gem, but upon your leaving of Berez, you did see the apparition of a battle, a war, and a ghostly visage of a silver dragon uh, led to a what looks to be a mansion atop one of the hills. And you decided to save that information for later. So, as we are back in Barovia, having had your rest and discovered that some things have been missing from your group. What is it that you would like to do?
I would like to see if there's any signs of werewolves still tailing us before we head out from camp.
Uh, I'll ask then for a survival roll.
Right.
I got a 16.
Do the same.
14 with a
22.
+7. Ephraim is distracted.
Okay. As far as any of you guys can tell, there's no signs of the wolves tracking you still.
We did finish the long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay. We've got the gem and we're close to the winery. Should we deliver it?
Jinx will
Patience on
whisper
that.
his agreement.
Do you want a quick intro, or are we just rolling?
We're just scrolling through. I gave a basic
You got it.
intro.
Understood. No worries.
All right. So, continuing on to the Martikovs then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It doesn't take long to finish the journey. Maybe 2 hours tops. You were very close by when you camped down. You just, again, didn't want to risk any harm coming to the Martikovs. No longer are they camped outside of their winery as they were when Jinx and Valen, you came here last. Having bested the druid problem, they were able to return to their house, which is where you would all find them in the processes of their tasks of running a winery.
Since we delivered the first gem, how does how do the fields look?
Better. There's still, of course, time because it's only been a few days, but they do look better than before. It's not an immediate fix.
While we're heading there, I think Ephraim's gonna probably just check in with Jinx and Villain to ask who the gem specifically was being retrieved for. Was it for Davian or was it for his daughter?
So for background, these gems help like the fields grow. Essentially, they're magical gems, shaped like pine cones.
Yep. I guess we probably
Their druids call magic stones help with growing everything.
interesting. I think Ephraim's gonna probably process information, and he's gonna, while we're at, when we see the Mardikovs, he's going to hand out little wooden toys, I guess, that he's been crafting in between to the kids, to was it Martin and Vigo. And he's gonna have a little tiny one for the baby as well, something to hang above her crib.
Yeah, the boys immediately, as soon as they see you, as you have traveled here before, rush out to see what you've brought for them this time. And seeing the 3 toys rather than just the 2, it's like, why'd you have to get one for her? But they will dutifully take the the third toy back to their parents to uh, hang above um, the crib for the baby.
Can I do one more thing as well? Because
Hmm.
I think when we saw that spectral dragon, he was absentmindedly kind of carving a dragon symbol, similar to what we saw on um the Undead Knight, potentially. I
Yeah.
think he might show it to the old man and ask him, does this seem familiar at all? Like any crest or sigil or house marking or something of that sort, because we encountered something when we were coming back.
Uh, as Davian looks at it, unfortunately, all I can tell you is that a few of his have seen the symbol on undead warriors that roam the spaces around here. So it's much the same information you have.
Oh well, easy come, easy go.
During the interaction with the children, Jinx is trying very hard not to smile because he doesn't want to frighten them. But he thought it was very cute.
Oh no. um, while all this is going on, and after um, Ephraim is finished talking to Davian, I will approach and give him the second gem.
Thank you for this.
Any luck in figuring out where the third one is?
It's been lost for quite some time. Can't imagine where it would be.
It's, it's nice to see you all back up and running, at least.
It's good to be back in business.
It was an odd creature that we found the second gem with. We, of course, found it in the ruins of Perez, but. And I would describe to him, describe what this creature looked like when we were fighting it and what happened afterwards. And I would ask him, if he knows anything about it.
There are many strange things in these lands. Things that are dark. Unfortunately, I have not the answers for that. Whatever it is, does not seem to be aligned with any of our goals. Sort of, especially with, of course, what you had seen of the vision of a baby Strahd in angelic light.
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Yeah. If everyone has achieved what they'd like with the Morticons, having returned the final gem,
How far away is the winery from Kresk?
a few days travel, not terribly far.
Okay. Ephraim's gonna ask one before, or I guess as they've conclude their business with the gem, he's gonna ask Davian and potentially the son as well if there's any chance a Vistani monster hunter has passed by. I think he's gonna ask if Lady Esmeralda, a Vistana monster hunter, is she any chance she has passed by?
As you ask, they look to each other, and no one by such name, to my memories. No, but if I see anyone, they're about to be heading out for a travel delivery soon. Is there a direction that I can point her in?
Well, I don't know where we're headed now. Either Kresk or towards that house in the mists, where there's a past an ancient battle. He's just probably gonna mention offhand to the party that there is like a monster hunter that he has encountered in around the lands, and he might have information on things if they need to know. But again, luck of the draw. Maybe we see someone we know, maybe we don't.
All right. So, that does beg the question of what would you like to do now? You do have a few areas that you can explore.
Do you have a map for us, or?
I will in a second. Um,
Hell yeah.
doing GM stuff.
Mm.
Like other maps.
Mm.
Doing stuff.
Interesting.
Mm.
Don't
Gonna
worry
kill
about it.
all of our characters.
Yeah. It's the map where boulders fall and
I
she
mean,
laughs at.
There's a second giant bird.
Bird Factory now after the Wolf Factory.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, what type of factory does this one have?
So, um, just to sort of toss some ideas out at you guys. There is, of course, the old mansion that you had seen on your travels here. There's also the tower that you guys have passed that's off of the lake. Um, there's Kresk. Uh, there's some areas for you to go and explore. Where you're at is kind of a nice little crossroads of places you can go to.
Is the tower where the bard was going with his saber-toothed tiger?
That is correct.
Tower, from what I remember, is northeast-ish, and then the house in the mist is southeast.
Correct.
And from he's probably gonna be playing with that little sculpture he made of the dragon, and he's just gonna be like, I have a feeling it's gonna be like it's one of those things like he just goes on hunches. He doesn't logically think of it. For him, he saw a dragon, he carved a dragon. Now he's like, you know what? I think at least one of our paths goes to that house in the mist.
feels like the mist parted so we could see that for a reason, but what that reason is, I don't know. Maybe it's more mind games. Doesn't hurt to check it out, though.
I mean, if you're clever, you can. If you're clever or quick, you can see the trap, spring the trap, without your feet getting caught, right? So even if it is a trap, you could still spring it and come out safe.
I'm one of those things.
I'd like to know which one Jinx
Yeah, I bet
believes.
you would.
Wouldn't you, though?
All right. So then we set out for the mansion in the mist.
Mm.
And that'll take.
Offhand question for
Yes.
Connor: Does
Oh.
Velen's does your hound like does it stay with us, or is it like, do you summon it? I'm just wondering if the hound's with us when we're traveling.
It stays with us. When not in combat, it's just more for flavoring, but in combat, I can do some stuff with it.
Nice.
It's still targetable no matter what, I think.
She's always trying to kill it.
There was boons and benefits from that first offering. You guesstimate it'll be probably about maybe 2.5 days, 3 if something comes up, to move from where you are to that house in the mist. So let us have anyone, do a survival roll for our first portion of travel.
I'll give it a go. It's been a minute.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not.
Okay. So, as your group is moving, can someone roll for me? This can be anyone. Just a regular d20. No modifiers, nothing.
The 4.
Ooh, thank you. For no particular reason, as you're getting to the further half of today's travel, starting to get tired, not quite at a point of needing a rest. Could you all describe to me what your group is doing in this moment? If there's any sort of actions or conversations that are particularly interesting?
I'm gonna say Ephraim wants to know more about Velen's dog, and he's trying to do card tricks. Again, I have no idea how to do card tricks because I'm not a thief, but I have a deck of cards.
Would Flat Top have been made aware of Strahd yet?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. I'll let this play out, but I just needed that piece of information for.
Yeah.
I think from the last time we camped, Valen still has that piece of paper with his supposed imaginary friend on it.
Mhm.
And every now and again, he'll pull it out and look at it, then put it back.
Hey, Balin, why don't you describe to me what your imaginary friend looks like? What is it that's on that paper that you've seen?
I, well, I wasn't planning on an imaginary friend. I guess I don't know.
So,
I would say he's kind of not exactly a twin, but maybe similar to me in some ways, certain features, but not like an exact twin.
so good to know. Balin, what's your
Yeah,
passive perception?
13.
Uh, you think you see something out of the corner of your eye in the woods off to your side.
I'm
You don't see what by the time that you look over there, but you're pretty sure you saw movement.
quietly alert my comrades.
May I describe what Jinx had been doing?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. Jinx is still on high alert from the werewolves tailing them for a full day, and he is keeping an eye out in the woods as they walk. Is what I had been planning on him saying
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't.
before this stuff with Valen happened.
Um, give me a perception check, Jinx.
Can do that. I'm good at that. That's an actual 20 for a 29.
Much the same as with Valen. You think you saw movement, but you weren't quite sure what you saw.
Yeah, I think I saw it too. Over there.
It is daytime now, right? Are we traveling?
It's getting close to evening, so this has been like you've been traveling all of the day, and now it's getting close to later on. So the shadows are a little thicker.
Could just be tricks of light. Or could be more wandering spirits. They're not fast.
I'd say with these lines, it could be anything.
As werewolves, this time I would like to ask where they took our things. Really needed my water skin.
Well, if I don't see anything, then I guess we just keep walking.
Okay. You keep walking.
So this Strahd feller, he's one of them Dracula types, right?
What's Dracula?
You know, one of them bloodsuckers.
Oh,
You mean a
Yes.
vampire?
Yeah, that one. That's the type. I've
He
heard
is.
about them, but I haven't seen them before. I've fought their spawn and their kin before, but besides that, I haven't had no run-ins with no Draculas.
Well, we have, and he's. Oh, he might do this. I don't care. I don't think he's a very particularly kind person.
See,
There's a crack of thunder in the air, lightning in the distance.
But
And the
we've met.
thunder. Yeah, I've never met him, but I've seen the spirits on the old Solace Road. And as the thunder kind of, you hear the sound of thunder, like Ephraim's ears are gonna perk up, and he's gonna just kind of look towards it with, I would say, like wistfulness. Also, because again, he's brass, so for him, thunder is something supposed to be familiar. It's just that it's not.
Balin,
Yeah.
once more, you think you see something out the corner of your eye.
I'll look over to see where I think I saw movement.
It's just the shadow of movement in the trees, but nothing immediate, nothing that you can see.
Oh, I shouldn't. I think I know better than to go off.
You don't have to.
Oh, I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay. You keep walking. Group's able to talk more. Eventually, it does come time to set up camp, which I'll say we'll do as a group survival role.
Pretty funny. Not bad.
Okay. Not terrible, not terrible. Okay. Okay. So, as your group is able to set up for the evening, set up camp, I'm assuming that you all will be participating in watches as you are still on the road.
Yes.
Yes.
about right.
Yep.
All right. Any volunteers and our watch order?
Yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good. I'm happy to take first watch.
Ephraim will take second, I think.
Is Jinx particular about their watch order?
Nope. I'll go wherever.
You know what? I'll go last.
All right. So
Well, I
Jinx.
don't want to pick favorites. Shall I roll a d6?
Yeah, roll a d6.
That sounds like fun. I like rolling dice. That's a 1.
All right, flat top and Jinx. All right, let's get. Do we have like spooky music?
This already is kind of spooky.
Yeah, but I want spooky with a like nice camp spooky. Right. Yeah, let's do this. This is what we'll do. All right. Flat Top and Jinx, you start us off for the watch this evening. I'll ask for perception rolls first and foremost.
26.
Okay. And then, as I keep your numbers in mind, what does your watch look like?
Flat Top will more tend to the fire and keep things rolling. Make sure everyone's warm on these cool evenings. Make sure, you know, nobody's shivering or anything like that.
I think Jinx periodically comes back to the fire to like warm his hands and stuff, and then he's more kind of walking a slow, quiet perimeter in case they get crept up upon by one of those revenants again, or werewolves.
Okay. As you keep your patrol and as the fire burns steady, the mists begin to grow thicker as the temperature cools with the night. But nothing happens during your watch. Ethlyn, we come to your watch. We'll first ask for a perception roll.
Ouch. He's restless because he probably wasn't able to rest properly when the first watch was there. And I was like, he's distracted, low on sleep. He was just planning to ask how the first watch went, but he just something stuck at the back of his head. I think it's probably the dragon that he saw. So he's not concentrating on anything, almost.
Is
He's not
your
used to feeling anxious. It's odd.
this sensation fills you, this restlessness beneath your skin. It makes your mind race, and as this happens, you find your hands, of course, to that carving you had made. Familiarize yourself with the dragon just by touch. You don't notice anything amiss during your watch. And eventually it comes time for Bailey, your watch.
Perception check.
Perception check.
17.
Great. Can I also have a constitution saving?
What? Okay. That was cocked.
Okay.
Hey, look out.
Bailey,
Mhm.
as you've been sort of keeping your watch, it's early in your watch. Things are quiet, chilly, and you feel yourself still sort of in the in between of your full consciousness and your trance, and for a moment you slip back into that less aware, resting state until suddenly you are awake again with a pressure against your mouth and a weight upon you. And you see a face almost familiar to you. It's a face you haven't looked at in decades. It's a similar face to your own, still young, just as you had seen him before, just a devastating last. Though the eyes are different now, a sharp, luminous red. And as this figure's hands are pressed against your mouth, you cannot yell, Your Highness. Do you promise me that?
Uh, like having no other choice, I will nod my head.
And he removes the hands from your mouth.
I do as they say, I don't scream.
Why did you run off, Your Majesty? You left me, your faithful advisor, behind.
You know why.
This thing leans in close. The voice drops. You have a duty waiting for you, my liege.
Not return to my duty until you are gone.
As it leans in closer, whispering in that same low voice. You will never be rid of me. And there is a sudden impact as this creature right into your body and disappears. Nothing else of note happens upon your approach. All of
Okay.
you can complete a long rest.
Hey,
Great.
There's pretty good.
Well, I slept great. How about you guys?
I think I was running all
Um,
right.
well, some folks slept well. He's gonna be like rubbing his eyes. Like, how's Valen looking this morning?
uh, you know what? I want to play into this. I will kind of give off the impression that, like, he'll say that I, I slept fine, but maybe he's not telling the whole truth.
Let me just check something here real quick. Do a little DM snooping.
Ephraim's wondering if, like, based on how Jinx and Flat Top are doing, like they seem pretty chipper, but he's gonna try and see if Valen looks as bad or worse than he himself feels.
Jinx. One quick thing before going to the rest. you would notice something just you don't know if it was a trick of the firelight. It's um, brought to life for morning meals and whatnot. But there was for a moment a red sheen across Phelan's eyes.
Okay. Jinx Jinx is gonna try and subtly pull him aside when the opportunity arises.
Um, Shamir, what's your passive? Ephraim. Let's see. Ephraim, what's your passive insight?
So inside is 17.
17. You don't know Valen well enough to know what quite is wrong, but there does seem to be an air of like guardedness.
I'm gonna like I think I'll say part of Ephraim's morning ritual is just making tea for himself. So I'm gonna say he makes enough tea for all four of them. And as part of it, he's probably gonna ask like, I know two of us, like he's gonna vocalize like, I know two of us probably slept well. I didn't. I don't think you did either. He's gonna like pointedly say to Velen, like he's not tactful that way, I guess.
Well, my trances aren't always good. Admit last night was a rough one, but nothing out of the ordinary.
You would mention if it was something out of the ordinary, because we've all been seeing things, right? I saw myself dead, and then burned my bones, which is apparently a thing that just happens in these woods.
Whatever's going on here, it doesn't really affect my trances so far as I can tell. I assure you, I am fine.
Oh, wounds can be mended. The mind doesn't mend so easy. And then like he's just gonna like wander off, mumbling to himself, finishing his tea.
I wanted to ask, now that I'm thinking about it kind of above table, would I know of any other creatures besides vampires that have red eyes and all? I'm sure that there's probably several, but I can't think off the top of my head.
Drow commonly have red eyes.
Okay.
Monsters, Faye. That's fucked up.
It's lore.
That's racist.
It's not.
Calling all drow monsters.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that drow are creatures that commonly have red eyes.
You're on thin ice.
Certain drow.
Sure, some drow have purple eyes, but red is common.
So
Among the
all
Lolth
drow.
worshippers.
We're out here just making generalizations.
You don't have to worship Lolth to have red eyes. Yes, that is a higher concentration, but you don't have to. To be fair,
That's true.
Everyone has red eyes.
the red eyes were from the infravision back in like early AD&D, and they had normal colored eyes, but because they were in infravision all the time, their eyes appeared red. Sorry. I just
I've read R.A. Salvatore.
I know you have. I'm just a nerd. Oh.
Okay. I had to ask because we are in a vampire campaign, so
Yeah, I mean, not all vampires have red eyes. Some of them are amber.
Some of them glittery skin.
Oh God. This truly is a nightmare.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Uh,
Baseball. You mean that game from Twilight?
you know what? Thresh, have an inspiration if you don't
Thank
already.
you. There it is.
Uh,
We're back, baby.
all right. So,
If there's an opportunity where Jinx and Valen are
I would say during
playing.
travel, yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
So, yeah, you guys get sitting out on the road, and Jinx, Valen, you guys can have a little combo.
Yeah, Jinx will try and keep pace with Valen at one point, and when the others are in earshot, which I guess doesn't mean much because Jinx only whispers. He's gonna say, "Hey, I just wanted to check to make sure that you are okay. Um, maybe I was seeing things this morning, but your your eyes looked like they flashed red, and you look like something's bothering you."
it's just been a rough past week or so.
Does he react when I say his eyes looked red for a second?
I don't think so, 'cause I think him be correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe with him being drow, maybe he would have the knowledge that some drow have most drow have red eyes.
I mean, yeah, you know that there are drow that have red eyes. Your eyes aren't red. You do recall the red eyes of your friend.
Yeah, I'm not bringing up the friend if I don't have to.
Your trusted advisor.
You may not have to vocalize it to bring it up to Jinx. I'm wondering if Jinx sees any reaction in your facial expression when he mentions it.
Uh, I would say maybe it's I don't know what kind of reaction, but it would maybe be subtle enough.
Well, put it this way: if your reaction is subtle, but you know, go ahead and do a. What's your passive deception?
19.
Jinx.
That's my passive insight.
All right, then Jinx. What you can see is almost like a brief furrow of the brow, but it's not enough to be like too concerned because it's like you did mention that you might have seen things. Fire was there. Um, it's not enough of a reaction to be like he's keeping something from you. It's just not.
Okay. Jinx will just nod. He's not going to push it.
So, who wants to make our travel roll today?
I'll make the survival roll.
Survival roll for travel. Go for it. 20. Good. Travel is a bit dreary. Uh, there is the sound of a distant storm, but it doesn't reach you. By the time that you are finishing this day's travel, you have just turned down the path leading to the mansion on the hill that you had seen through the mists. You don't have much far to travel in the next day, but there are all sorts of threats that come out in the nights during uh, your stay here in Barovia. So perhaps it is wisest to not push. And we'll put our rest point for you guys. Right here. Do we wish to do the same watch order as we did last night? Do we wish to have some
Quite all right with
changes?
that.
Yep.
Sure. Or
Jinx, do you want to roll to see if you go somewhere else this evening?
You know, why not?
Oh, okay.
Let's let fate decide.
I'm sorry I wasn't any no good company.
That'll be Jinx and Ephraim.
Mm.
That should be interesting.
all right.
So, Flat Top, let's start with you this evening.
Well, good old perception check.
Noted. What does your watch look like?
More tend to the fire, making sure everyone's comfortable. Um, I'm still getting used to the land, so I don't quite know what I'm looking out for. But all the same, the least I can do is make sure the people I'm traveling with are at least well rested.
As you're tending to the fire, you hear the snap of a twig just outside of camp.
Immediately, hand goes to pommel, hand goes to grip.
Yep. You don't see anything out there. But you heard something, you're sure of it.
Uh, Flat Top will keep an eye on that tree line, checking for any movement, any sound, anything like that.
As you watch that area, nothing else happens during the block. No more sound of the snap of wood. Anything else happens elsewhere, not enough for you to notice.
All the same, keeping my eyes out in that region.
Okay. But your watch comes to an end, bringing us to Ephraim and Jinx. Right.
I got a 22 this time.
I'll let them two know. I heard a twig step out that way a couple hours ago. Be mindful to keep your eyes out that ways.
Will do.
Appreciate Appreciate that. Do you sleep in that hat, by the way?
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't want no critters living in it. Keeps the sun off me.
I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna. I'm gonna get me one of those. So Ephraim got a nat 20, 27 in perception.
Okay. Okay. So,
As far as what he's gonna be doing, if it's gonna be nighttime, he's gonna be sitting with his back to the flame, kind of, because he doesn't want to fuck up his night vision. Like he'll probably be whittling sticks into things with one of his throwing knives, and in between he's probably gonna be asking Jinx, um, you and the elf have been traveling longer, I assume. You know, is he? How you reckon he's doing?
Yeah, he and I arrived here at the same time. Um, so we've been traveling together for quite a while now. I get the sense that something might be bothering him, but I also trust him to bring it up if it's a real problem or if it's one that might impact the rest of us. So for now, I don't feel like pushing it.
Jinx isn't smiling when he's saying this, right?
No.
Right. Um, Ephraim's just gonna like shrug and nod, and like he's gonna keep whittling away at his sticks and just like keep like instead of like pacing around the camp, he's just gonna stick and stay in one position and try and observe as much as he can. Say, well, there's every night seems to bring something new and interesting. Nothing good, just different kinds of bad. I'm still alive, so there's that.
Yeah. I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. I think at some point Jinx is going to get up and just move in the direction that Flat Top had motioned in, just to see if he pauses near that end of the camp, if he can hear or see anything.
I'd say, give me an investigation check for this.
Uh, so a ability that will be a 14.
There's nothing out there that you can see right now. Um, there's no movement or anything like that, and the thick mists seem to be obscuring stuff as they've settled in for the evening. Might have to wait until morning.
Okay.
Do you see anything there?
No, it's too foggy.
Yeah, I'm just keeping my eyes and ears open for werewolves again. just more nothing.
If we didn't want them, they'd be here. But now that we do, they're nowhere to be seen.
Nail on the head, right? Uh,
Yeah.
he's gonna ask, say, like, again, he has this in between. Like, he's gonna pull out a deck of cards and say, like, do you know what to do with these? I picked them up at some points, but I can't do card tricks. Seems like
Dice has always been my game.
hmm, fair enough. So all trolling, I guess, would probably play when we're not, well, when we're not making camp in the middle of nowhere, at least.
Fair enough.
What do you think is in the house? What do you think we'll find?
Jinx smiles humorlessly. Well, his smiles are always humorless now. They're very sinister. But knowing the luck we've had to date, probably nothing good. But I hope that there is something useful or someone useful in there. But I'm not getting my hopes up.
I mean, it's one of those things I don't trust magic as much, but feel the battle, silver dragon. Whatever we find is going to be interesting, and will and has a good chance of laying us dead. I would assume.
Yeah. Uh, most likely.
Nothing else seems to catch any interest from your watch. Few more conversations, of course, thoughts of what lingers upon the horizon, the shadow of the mansion still visible as it rests on the hill above your camp. But the second watch passes. Brings us to the third.
Yeah.
Aelin, as you are starting to come aware out of your trance, you hear a whisper. It is time to get up, Your Highness. But the vision of your trusted advisor is nowhere to be seen as you rouse from your trance.
Valen will kind of hopefully play this off as just like a figment of his imagination because he, even though he felt like the impact, it looked like the creature disappeared. So I think he's gonna ignore it.
As you ignore, and I take note of your perception roll, what does your watch look like, David?
Um, he's gonna keep the imaginary friend paper in his pocket. He's not gonna look at it today because reasons. But I would say, would he have also been made aware of like the noise that Flat Top heard earlier? Or no?
I I definitely would have brought it up if Ephraim didn't. One of us would have told you, I'm sure.
Okay. Then I won't walk over there, but I'll like during my rounds, I'll just keep a particular eye on that area to see if I see or hear anything else.
Okay. Nothing strikes at you. Um, yeah, your watch goes by without issue.
Yeah.
You all can complete a long rest.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
So now that morning comes, what is the plan?
I think we continue on to the mansion, yeah, since we're so close.
No one wants to check that area where the twig snaps open in the morning light?
Oh, I would.
Has the fog
Sure.
kind of dissipated a little bit, or is it still kind of?
There's still some fog, but it's definitely not as thick. In the morning light, meaning that it is easier to see things that may have been heavily obscured in the darkness. Which means that Jinx, as you look in that area, you would see two things. Um, well, three technically. First, you see the twig that was broken. Um, but near to it, you see a small black book and a bottle that was once perhaps filled with ink. Though looking at the bottle gives you a sort of unease.
I'm having an internal struggle because Caitlin doesn't want to touch it, but Jinx is both mischievous and curious and wants to touch it. Before I touch it, I'll get closer and see if I can see what kind of book it is. Does it look like someone's journal? Does it have a title on it? Like it's a
No, it looks like a
storybook
journal.
or
It looks like a hand-bound leather journal.
a leather journal. I say, buying for time while I think about what to do. Jinx wants to pick the journal up. He's not going to touch the ink yet because the ink's giving him bad vibes. But he wants to know whose journal this is.
As you grab the journal and you flip through it, it's strange. While it seems to be well worn. The leather is supple. The spine well broken. The pages are empty, save for the first one. That has a very sort of beautiful calligraphy upon it. A calligraphy that sort of gleams almost as if the ink contains some sort of metallic or perhaps gemstone pigments. It shines. and reads, "Here betwixt eventide and morn, whispers unspoken can be shared and heard."
Does that mean anything to me? Those place names?
Uh, there's you wouldn't notice anything up here being a place. You would know that. Um, Actually, you know what? Help. Give me either wisdom or intelligence straight roll.
Ooh, well, that'll be wisdom. That's a 12.
Uh, the eventide means the evening, the morn, the morning. Uh, so I'll set it in a message to you so that way you can see exactly what it is.
That's interesting. Looking at the ink bottle, can I tell what color the ink is without touching it?
As you look at the ink bottle, and again, there's this unease that fills you, the ink seems to be black, a standard ink.
That no hint of metallic. Is there a way for me to? I'm trying to think. Is there like a two sticks or something that I could use to like pick up the ink bottle and
Yeah,
just
there's the
carry it back to
broken
camp?
twig that's next to it.
Great. I didn't know how big of a twig it was.
It's big enough for this, I'll say.
Okay, I'm gonna like put the book under like my armpit, and I'm gonna just like pinch the ink bottle between the sticks and wander back to camp and be like, I found stuff. This I don't like the feeling of this. Does anyone know what it is besides ink? Ink normally doesn't make me feel weird, so that's why I ask.
Interesting point for everybody. Anyone looking at this ink bottle feels unease. So as Jinx presents this ink bottle, asks you guys what's going on, you all just makes your skin crawl a little bit.
It was by the broken stick.
I would put
I
it
forgot to
back by
mention
the.
that.
I would put it back by the broken stick.
Is it magic?
It's ironic that you have a sorcerer who doesn't have detect magic. I have counterspell.
Maybe I'll lower it onto the ground and then I'll be like, maybe it goes with this. This was next to it. It has a funny saying in it, but it's mostly empty.
What's the saying?
It is here betwixt the eventide and the morn, whispers unspoken can be shared and heard. Maybe to know what the whispers are, you need to write with the ink. I don't know.
Mhm.
Should I put it back?
Well, the book doesn't, just that way, on the level. The book doesn't get the same sort of heebie-jeebies as the ink bottle. It may give other
Is the
kind of
ink bottle
heebie-jeebies.
is the ink bottle stoppered? Like, is it like a closed
It was
vial or bottle of ink, or
it
is it open?
was it was open when Jinx found it. There's still some that sort of clings to the inside, but it was a spilled bottle of it.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So it's mostly empty.
It's mostly empty. The bottle's just weird.
Oh, why am I carrying this around then? It's empty anyway.
Yeet.
I'll use the sticks to like fling it back into the woods back where I found it, and then I'll
I
toss
thought
the
it
sticks
had.
in the fire.
I thought it had some kind of sentimental value to you.
No, I just like collecting things.
Well, I've noticed that, but that's
Do
beside the
you
point, I suppose.
do you already throw it away, or is it?
The bottle just got yeeted into the woods. The book is still here though.
Yeah, I haven't thrown the book away.
We're not feeling like any nausea or unease anymore now that
Yeah.
the
Now that the
book's
bottle's
gone.
gone, yeah, the book's just a book. Well, the book could be just a book.
If I were a calligrapher, I would try and analyze it, but all I do is make maps.
Huh?
Well, the book doesn't make me feel gross, so maybe it'll be helpful. I'll just stick it in my pack.
Okay. So, as we shove a book in the bag, you put it next to the doll, or
I don't open the pocket that has the doll in it.
okay.
That that doll, that's that doll's pocket.
All right. I
It
just
belongs to the doll now. I don't disturb the doll. The doll just gets left alone. I don't even know if may not even still be in there, but I refuse to look.
that doll is just gonna appear next to Strahd in the final battle.
Sorry about that.
You should have paid more attention to me. But you just shoved me in a pocket and left me there.
uh, so, yeah, no, all right. So another pocket, book goes in, and I'll say at that point we'll take our mid-session break, and we'll come back here in a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right.
So then let's set out for that mansion atop the hill, shall we?
Sure.
After a great night's rest, nothing to worry about that happened at all. It doesn't take long to reach the mansion. And as you are starting to get in a clear sight, you see that high above the river valley, this quiet uh, promontory. Upon it looms this sepulchral mansion. The turrets are capped with fairy tale cones. The towers are lined with these sculpted battlements. But whatever grandeur the structure once had is damaged as a third of it has collapsed, part of the roof with it. Though the rest of the building seems intact. You do notice there, however, a dark octagonal tower rising above the rest of the architecture. And out of the fog, this distant peal of thunder. It's quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below you. But the house that you stand looking at is silent. It seems like some fossilized remains of a long dead thing smoked upon the mountainside.
Do we
Just a-
hear? Sorry.
I was just I was just gonna say Valen kind of mutters that this is quite the impressive structure.
Oh, I could do a thing.
No.
I can, though. I can do a thing.
You, you, you've done enough things.
But I got.
Guys, we're paying her to do things.
Well, what if we did?
This campaign would end.
Yeah. Then our every other
Interesting.
day would be free.
Look, I can do a thing!
What is the thing we're
Nice.
doing?
It says player start.
Player start here. I love
Ah.
that.
All right.
You can place your little guys down. Hey!
I would just take
No!
that.
You don't take that.
I'm struggling on how to play. Oh, wait, is it here? Is this
Yeah,
the
we
one?
click the.
Oh, is this one of these really big maps again, where like one
Yeah.
square is 10 feet or something?
Yeah. You may have. Your guy may get dropped in the middle of the stuff that's hidden. So if that happens, I can just drag you out. Hey, look, there you
So
all
one
are.
square is 10 feet.
One square
Yeah,
7 feet.
it
It
looks like.
says in one of these areas, one square is 7 feet, or it should say that in one of these areas.
I was looking and I don't find it.
They put it on the other one.
Well,
I mean,
they
we can
also
tell by
got
the
it
token
wrong
size.
on one of the other ones and said 1 square was 100 feet. So
You are so right
Oh.
about that.
someone got
Do we
excited with their zeros.
hear? Do we hear any like as we approach the ruins or the partially constructed mansion? Do we what's the ambience here? Can we hear any like any wildlife, birds, or anything like that? Does it seem like there are things that are alive in the vicinity at all?
Not quite. Um, it's quiet. All you hear really are your own footsteps. It's strange as you stand now, having moved up. There is this, of course, the first thing you see uh, closest to you, the first thing you saw was the mansion atop. Um, but here you see a one of the more well-preserved aspects of this, because as you look here, it definitely is whatever happened here. This manor was once fully built and perhaps even um, quite handsome, but something destroyed a portion of it, whether that was time or something else. But one of the most well preserved aspects is this statue, a dragon, though it is moss covered. But it's quiet here. It seems that whatever lingers in this realm, whatever is any bit of life, it's as it is a quiet one.
It's a dead place. Can't even hear the birds.
I don't really think this place has been lived in for quite some time.
I'd like to walk up and examine the dragon statue.
Yeah, it's large. It's perched atop a pedestal that's um, it's a more of a cube of full granite, 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, and then the dragon statue atop of it. You would notice that oddly, it faces the east, looking towards the mansion. The wings are tucked close to its body, though as you get closer, you can tell that this statue depicts one of a silver dragon, something of noble bearing, and that the spiny frill of the creature uh, depicted here is cracked, broken in many places.
If you have gargoyles and ornaments, they usually face outwards. It's almost like it was trying to keep something in.
Maybe.
Everyone's gonna take careful note of the sculpture itself, just for future reference. He's gonna ask the others, do we want to walk in through the front door? Might, or would it be safer to take another route inside, or relatively safer to take another route inside?
I don't rightly think it's the safest going in right through the front. However, I don't rightly think it's the safest going in anywhere. Uh, Perhaps we can get a view through a window or something. See if we can't figure out more what's going on inside.
I mean, I have rope and a grappling hook, but not sure climbing up would be safe as is. But we could make a quick getaway if we needed to.
There are fancy knockers on the door, so it could be polite just to knock. Stop chuckling.
I was, I was talking about.
I know. Stop
Yeah,
it. Stop it.
yeah.
Get some help.
Go, go up and see what's up with them
Yeah.
fancy knockers on that door.
Dude, they're just they're a nice set of knockers.
Hell yeah! Good for that door.
That much is obvious.
Ugh. Um, but yeah, no, they're it's just, perhaps this once belonged to a nobleman of sorts, but nice knockers on the doors. Sizable ones too.
Come
Um,
on.
well, we can ask the door for its number afterwards, I think.
Yeah,
But
boom. There it is.
Hey, what's your send in stone code? Let me hit you up. Oh.
um, I have everyone kind of look at the ground around the like leading up to the entrance, see if there's any indications of footsteps going in or out. Like, has it been recently traveled? Has anyone gone in?
Um, Looking here, it's hard to tell for sure. The steps are of flagstone, and or they're flagstone steps, and there's railings that climb up, so it's not really easy enough, like with dirt or things like that, to see steps that come through. Hard to say that anyone's traveled here recently. Rain may have washed away any sort of mud that was tracked. Um, but as you get closer to the door, um, two things. First, the dragon statue opens its mouth, and from it there is an uh, exhaling of cold air. Not enough to be biting or harmful. Maybe at one point it was. The next thing that you notice is at the entrance, um, above the doors, carved is the word uh, Argenvorstel.
See tight.
Could we get the spelling
Yes,
in chat?
100%.
That sounds like a
I
Lachlan
think it's
word.
at the top of the map.
It is also at the top of the map, but
Is it? Oh my god.
Yeah.
there we go. Like, here we
Yeah, that
go.
looks like a Lachlan word.
It's not a. This is
Ah.
official. What? God damn it.
Allegedly.
Would I know or suspect that Argon is related to silver, and this is a silver dragon.
I mean, could be. You know that there's a silver dragon out front. There's uh the knockers on the door that are shaped like dragons. Whoever was here had a lot of dragon things that they liked. Um,
It was a silver dragon in the vision, right?
I believe that it.
Or was it all mist and we couldn't tell what kind it was?
I believe it was just misty. You just saw a dragon above head travel towards here. But you do, from what you could see, the stone statue of the dragon depicted one that would share features commonly seen in silver dragons.
There seems to be a silver theme. Jinx says as he shivers and walking away from the statue because right as he was getting to the front of it is when all the cold air came out.
Are we knocking on the door then?
If you would like to. I don't know that I have the sound of knockers on the door. Uh,
Come on, Sirenscape.
yeah, unfortunate. However, a few knocks on the door. Uh, it doesn't take a lot of force, but the door sort of creaks open. It doesn't fully open as if something welcomes you in, but an old door, perhaps not in the best condition, opens.
Can we see through it at all at this point? Is it dark inside?
It does appear to be dark inside. Though, from the small sliver that you can see of the light sort of shining in, there looks to be a staircase some distance into the room.
I think Ephraim's going to use a spear to kind of push open the door a bit more. And then if nothing happens after a moment, he's going to gently step inside.
Yeah. So. As you open the door and let more light in, you're able to cross the threshold. And where you stand, it is almost like you're standing in a tomb. The one of regalness. There is a grand staircase that you had glimpsed upon. It's leading to stone balconies that are held aloft by these pillars and arches. There's a tall, faded tapestry that depicts a nobleman in silver armor that hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead away from this foyer. Along the walls, there are marble pedestals, 3 alabaster busts of handsome men, to a fourth, and its pedestal has been knocked over. There's shattered remains that lie strewn across the mosaic floor. There are 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hanging from the ceiling, reminiscent of monstrous black spiders. And as I'm assuming the rest of you would step in behind Ephraim.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you move through, you watch as a great shadow with wings moves across the walls and disappears up the stairs, where you hear the soft, bestial hiss in the darkness.
Oh, something doesn't seem too keen on having us around these parts.
Did it sound aggressive?
No, not particularly. And it didn't seem to engage you as it moved up the stairs away from you. Stop that. That's not what I wanted.
Does it sound like the dragon we heard at the battlefield?
That one was a great roar, not a hiss like this. So, who knows?
Seems something's up above. There's still ruins around us. Do we see like as far as the picture? I'm assuming that's or the painting that's hung out over here. Do we see any like regalia or any coat of arms or anything like that on the main portrait?
No, just this nobleman in the silver armor. There just doesn't seem to be any sort of if there is a sort of house banner, it's not one that was prominently displayed in this tapestry.
Does the silver armor look like the armor the Revenant was wearing?
No. This is just like a full silver set of armor.
The sound we heard was upstairs or to either side of the
It came from the shadow that moved across the walls and then up the stairs.
we can follow the shadow, or we can wander around here a bit, which might cause it. And I don't know. Something's above us, around us. We don't know.
I think Valen would be looking at the realness because it's been quite a minute since he's seen something like this. But I think exploring the bottom level might be a good place to start.
I think that's fair.
All right. You got.
Well, we saw
If you.
from the outside this. Sorry.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, no, I was gonna say we saw from the outside that the south side was ruined. Do we want to explore the north side? Everyone's gonna ask, I guess.
It honestly, I'm thinking the other way around. It might be good to explore them ruins, find out why they're ruins.
Fine game, however we go.
While they were chatting about which way to go, could I take a look at this? Were these busts or full statues?
Just busts.
Can I look at the shattered one and see if I can piece together any information about it? Are they all different?
Yeah, they're all different. They're just noble human men. There's some shared traits between them, perhaps a family lineage.
Maybe this guy wasn't well liked.
So, do we go through one of the sets of doors to the shelf? Do we go through both of them?
Go through both. It should lead to the same location.
I would think.
I'm just gonna do kind of similar to what I did earlier. Just use, instead of directly trying to open it, he's just gonna use the blunt end of a spear to kind of gently push it open.
Okay. Anything from Flat Top or Jinx over by the other door?
Flat Top will go ahead and open this one.
Okay. So as Ephraim pushes open the door in front of him, and Flat Top, you open the door in front of you. You see that this ballroom was once beautiful. There's a pink tile of marble upon the ground, but now in its rubble, it is covered in spider webs with all sorts of giant spiders making themselves comfortable amidst the wreckage, the fallen chandeliers, the broken chairs, and Flat Top, you look up as one of these spiders is descending on top of you from its cornered web. And I'm going to ask that we all roll initiatives.
Hey, you know what? Straight up, no, thank you.
You know what? It's a little too late.
I'm straight up
12.
good with whatever this is.
Well, that's a 25. I don't know why my initiative is +6. I don't remember it being +6 before.
Is it the luck stone maybe, or? Because I know it,
Oh, does the luck stone add 1 to initiative as well?
I think it does.
Rolls.
Oh, interesting.
Now we need to find
Okay,
the spider
looking at
factory.
Right?
Found it.
I think we found it.
You sure? Because I don't see no spider matriarch. See a bunch of giant spiders.
Alright. So,
Can you do the song while we fight these giant enemy spiders?
there's no song for the giant enemy spiders.
Hmm.
Jinx, you get to start first.
Great. Can I step behind Flat Top and am I able to see the spider that's all up in his face?
Well, that one's not in the face yet. This was like sort of coming down over top of him, so that one's not on the ground yet. It's just now visible.
So, but I can see it.
Yes.
I would like to throw my very sharp dagger at it.
Yeah, throw your very sharp dagger at it.
Before, great. Yeah, is Flat Top close enough to give me sneak attack?
I'm going to say not at this point because this thing hasn't engaged yet.
Okay. Then I would like to bonus action insightful fighting.
Um,
I got a 26
Do you-
on my insight.
is insightful fighting. Yeah, go for it. It can't be you, it's a spider.
Okay, great. That's what I was hoping you would say. So let's throw this very sharp dagger. That's a 22.
Yep.
Lovely. Great. That's max damage on that, and then I'll get my sneak attack. So that's 25 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will nick attack with my offhand dagger, which is just a regular dagger. And that's a 27 to hit.
Yep.
And it does 2 more points of damage.
And that's one spider gone.
I love that for the spider.
Alright.
That's
Right.
it.
Flat Top, it's your turn.
So you said there's one above me, or?
Not anymore, that one's dead.
Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna break into the room, draw, and we're gonna go for shots. Let me think here. I will. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and use our bonus action to lay down the law, giving Ephraim some temporary HP.
Alright.
So let me see. That roll would be risk die is a D8. Ephraim, you will gain 5 temporary hit points, and that
Alright.
sets me up for reactions as well. From there, I'm gonna go for the spider in front of me. This guy. We're gonna take 2 shots at him. It's a good thing we're taking 2. All right, 23 to hit
Yep.
for 12 points of damage.
Alrighty. And that's it for Flat Top, bringing us to Valen.
Awesome. So I'm not in the room.
No, but the doors are open for both of them. So you'd have a visual from over Ephraim's shoulder with a shit ton of spiders.
Cool. What do I want to go for? We'll aim for that one. E.
Okay.
And we'll firebolt it.
Go for it.
That's a 28.
Oh, yeah.
14 fire damage.
Lovely. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. So, we got Giant Spider A going, I don't know. Aspiter.
Sure.
20, 30. Gets over here as it skitters across the ground. And I would like a dexterity saving throw from Flat Top.
Save is going to be a 21.
All right. As the web shoots out towards you, you are not enwebbed.
Excellent.
All right. Spider B is gonna scurry over. 20. Get over to you, Flat Top, and it's just gonna try and bite you. Get a little nom nom nom. That is a 22 to hit
That will, in fact, hit.
for 9 points of piercing and 7 points of poison.
So 16 total.
16 total. All right. Spider C. I'm gonna ask for Flat Top to give me a dexterity save again. Spider C is gonna try and get you all wrapped up.
17.
All right, you are still avoiding the webs, but the terrain is just getting more difficult as more webs are present. D skitters out, and I would like Valen to give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 9.
So, through the open door, this web comes towards you, and Ephraim, for a moment, you think it's coming to you, but you move out of the way as Valen, you are too slow to move out of the way as this thing sticks to you, and you are now caught in the web. You are restrained. And then, Ephraim, it is your turn.
So I've just seen the web shoot past me and like basically glob up Valen.
Yep.
He's stuck at this point.
Correct.
It's one of those things where it's a question. I'm not sure about this. Since I have 2 attacks, can I use one of my attacks to like free him or like dislodge him or push him away?
Unfortunately,
Or is it the full action?
it's a full action to break a restraint.
Let me check something here. Let's see. Bonus action. All right. Yeah, you know what? It is. We're early on. It is, I think, important for him to be able to move. So I'm gonna use my full action to basically just strategically use my spear to like cut away where he's enwebbed, so he's able to move.
Okay.
And I'll use my action for that.
Cool. Can you give me a athletics check on that real quick?
Sure. Athletics. Oh god. That is a 3. Jeez.
All right. So as you're trying to break out, Valen from this using your spear to cut away, the web is like still very fresh, still very sticky. Your spear gets stuck to the web, unfortunately, and does not break Valen out.
Let's see. So my spear stuck to Valen. Valen's still stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right. There's nothing really I can do about that. What I'm going to do is the ground in front of me, is that difficult terrain at this point?
Anything that's in the ballroom is going to be difficult terrain just because of how much webs are on there. This seems to have been made the spider's nest layer thing. They've just completely messed up this space beyond what it originally was.
Rules for difficult terrain was basically I can only move half my speed, essentially, right? For difficult
Yes,
terrain?
half speed essentially.
Okay. Okay. I have 55. This is 12 and 13. So, alright. Going to spider A and back is going to be 15 feet. And 15 feet, 30 feet. Okay, my move speed is 55 feet, so technically I can go to Giant Spider A, punch it, and come back with a bonus action, because I haven't used my move. I'll probably end up right here, I would say.
Sure.
Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. Alright, so everyone tried to dislodge Valen, it hasn't worked. He's gonna let go of the spear, he just let go for now. He's gonna stick to using his feet and his fists. I'm gonna, again, nothing fancy. He's going to move over to Giant Spider A.
Hell yeah.
So burning 30 feet to get 15 feet of movement to Giant Spider A.
Mm-hmm.
Burn off 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes.
Woohoo.
At just make the attack rolls. Sorry I'm taking too long on this, but
You're good.
right. So 1 kick at the spider's legs, 1 at its eyes, let's say. Where do we go? First one is a 2. A 10 probably doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
A 10 unfortunately does not hit.
Alright, the second one, 24 hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the first one doesn't hit, the second one does. One other thing that's going to be happening is, I believe... Yeah, okay. So it's going to be doing 13... I'll substitute the bludgeoning for force, so it'll be 13 force damage. And at the same time, I'm going to expend... No, I'm not going to expend that. So 13 force damage, and then I'm going to run back, burning off another... move another 10 feet, burning off 20 feet of movement.
Okay.
The spider will have disadvantage on any opportunity attacks it makes because of speedy.
All right. It is going to attempt a reaction here. For disadvantage. It's gonna miss. Don't worry about it.
And that's my turn. Sorry, it
No,
took
you're
a
good.
little longer than expected.
All right. Giant Spider E. Scurry. Gonna get over here and try and bite Ephraim.
Good.
That is a 20 to hit. Not a natural
I
one.
believe that is going to trigger for me.
Yeah.
If it does hit.
Yeah, it does hit.
So if an ally is hit by attack, you can take a reaction to make a range attack using a weapon against the attacker. So I get a free shot on that spider. Ooh,
Alright.
does an 8 hit?
Natural one, no. Ephraim, that's gonna be 5 points piercing, 7 points poison.
Okay, 5 points piercing. I'm gonna use my deflect attack
Okay.
to reduce that by, it's 1d10 plus 13, so piercing is negated entirely. But the poison was how much? Sorry?
7.
7. So I'll take the 7 points of poison. It's gonna burn off the temp HP. So like everyone kind of maneuvers around the thing, the claw or the whatever it's trying, or mandibles, I guess. And he deflects most of it, but he can't deflect the venom. So Yay, poison.
All right. With that, we come to our next spider's turn. Spider F. All the way over here. Jinx, if you could please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. 15?
15 is enough. You are not caught up in the webs. All right. G is going to crawl across the webs on the wall and ceiling. 10, 20, 30. Action dashes, so crawls on the ceiling above Ephraim to get between Ephraim and Balin, just outside the door. And it like clicks its mandibles hungrily as it looks at a webbed up Valen. Spider Eye. Also gonna do a little action dash, crawling over to get right next to Flat Top. Top of the round is Jinx.
Hey, I had a plan, but then some things happened, so I have a different plan. I don't like seeing my good pal Valen webbed up with a big old gross spider looming over him, so I'm going to make my attacks at Spider Gross. Um, and I'm going to use my very sharp dagger. I would like to expend a luck point because that's a natural one. And I'll roll that again. That's a 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So I'm gonna do D&D Beyond being slow. 23 points. And then I will nick attack with my offhand. That's a 10.
10 does not hit.
Okay. And I'm just gonna tuck behind this corner.
Okay. With that, it is Flat Top's turn.
I am going to. Shit, I'm in a bit of a pickle here, aren't I? Do I have any fun disengage mechanics? It's been a minute. Okay. No. So what we're gonna do is just start gunning for it. Just start laying down the law. Really just dropping shots. We're gonna go after B, since that's the one I put bullets in beforehand.
Yeah.
So a 12 and a 23
23 will hit.
for 8 damage.
All right. 8 damage in 2. All right. And with that, I believe it is the end of Flat Top's turn. Coming to Balin. You are restrained.
I am, and if I read the restraint condition correctly, any attack roll is at disadvantage, correct?
From you, yeah.
Okay.
Attack rolls against you are a different story.
Do I have that magic that I can do? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. So we are going to, in that 10-foot radius circle, we're going to cast a shatter spell. And I'm going to use a, what's it called? One of my sorcery points, whatever it is, to use the Careful Spell Meta Magic. So that means both me and Ephraim automatically succeed on the save and take no damage.
All right. I do want to say that with the way you're placed, it is only going to get G and E. It's not quite enough to get A.
No, I'm going for G and E because they're
Okay.
the closest.
Cool. Got it.
So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
G gets a 3,
That is a fail.
and E gets an 11.
That is a fail. So they are all going to take 13 thunder damage.
Cool. Two spiders dead. Let me just check something here real quick. The webbing around you is also crumbled by the thunder damage as well.
Yay, I'm not restrained.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right. And with that, Spider A. Skitter, skitter, skitter. He's gonna try and chomp on Ephraim. Nope. Nope, that's a natural one. Don't worry about that. Spider B gonna try and wrap up Slow Hand. Slow Hand, if you could please give me a dexterity saving throw.
How's a 27?
Yeah, you're good. That's it for that. Spider C. Where are you at? Over here. Skitter. Is gonna get into the doorway and then sort of like drop down to try and bite Ephraim from above.
Ouch.
Rude.
Yeah. That is a 21 to bite Ephraim.
21 hits.
That'll be 9 points of piercing damage and 10 points poison.
Okay, I'll take the 10 points poison. I'll use reaction to negate the piercing entirely. Because I have, it's 1d10 plus 13 on deflect attack.
Yep.
So,
Alright.
10 points of poison?
10 points poison.
Okay. 10 points of poison.
Alright. Spider D is going to ask for Valen to give me a dexterity save.
Come on. That's 11.
So, just as you were free from one web, another web
Oh,
gets all over you. You are restrained once more. Ephraim, it is your turn.
Okay, Ephraim is going to stay where he is, and then he's just basically going to, well, for now he's going to stay where his first instinct is to get rid of Spider A entirely, because it seems like it's weakened a little bit. So first a quick punch to Spider, or a quick kick to Spider A.
Heck yeah.
That will be a 12.
12
Jeez.
does not hit, unfortunately.
12 does not hit. Okay. I'm gonna burn off another. I think I'm gonna burn off one more key point. So one more focus point to make 2 unarmed attacks on his bonus. As a bonus action, first attack, again, he's gonna kick at Spider A again.
Okay.
15.
Yes.
Okay. And 15 will do, jeez, what is with these rolls? 6 force damage.
Alright, it's still hanging in there.
And alright, one more. Again, since it's not downed yet, he just wants to get this one out of the way. Second attack, again, yeah, why not? 25 obviously hits.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then one more. Yeah, why not? 13 force damage in this case again. He's basically redirecting his. So, okay.
Yeah.
And I still have movement. Let's see. How far away am I from 20 feet, 24 feet? Giant Spider B and I, have they been damaged at all? Or they just like, do they look fresh at this
B
point?
has been damaged, I has not.
Okay, and C is also basically on, like just
Yeah.
in here at this point. Okay. Jinx is up here, so Ephraim is going to push up 27 feet, 22 feet. He's gonna burn off basically 50 feet of movement. 40 feet of movement to get to where Spider Eye is.
Heck yeah.
And then disadvantage, like he's gonna try and dodge the attack that Spider C is gonna make.
Yep.
It will have disadvantage.
C wants to chomp. C does not. You're too speedy for it.
Right.
Alright, and I believe that'll
And
be
that
it.
is, yep, that's it.
Alright, Spider F is going to skitter. Try and get a chomp on you. 17 to hit Ephraim,
AC 18 wouldn't hit.
so you're good. Spider Eye has some options here. Who does Spider Eye go for? Spider Eye is still interested in Flat Top. That is a 24 to hit Flat Top.
We are going to expend one of our risk die
Okay.
to use Skin of Our Teeth,
Okay.
where I can add a risk die roll to my AC, making that a 25
Whew.
AC.
Yeah. You, by the skin of your teeth, don't get hit. Jinx, it's your turn.
Alright. If I could go here,
Right.
can I see Spider Creepy in the doorway?
I'd say you'd have to get a little closer to the door to see it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, you'd have to get a little closer. Like, just near that broken bust. Yeah.
Great. I will bonus action Insightful Fighting. I get a 17.
I can't. Like, it can't.
Okay, great. I will throw my very sharp dagger. That's a natural 20.
Cool. You're gonna kill this thing.
Uh,
No matter what you roll.
well, the base damage is 36, I think,
Yeah, you're killing this thing no matter what.
without any dice rolls
Yeah.
on top of it.
It's just a spider.
Okay, great. In that case, I'm gonna take a couple of steps backwards. That took. I was here, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do my nick attack on Spider Black, which I think I hit last time.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit,
Yes.
and it does a single point of damage.
Beautiful.
And then I'll use my last square of movement to get back here.
Flat Top, it's your turn. You're spoiled for choice.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be lighting up B. Bam. That's a crit, and that is not. I crit on 19s and 20s, so
Yeah.
crit damage roll. Or, well, I guess max plus. Either or.
It's enough.
Gonna blast that spider away.
There's just bits of spider ichor that cover Ephraim in flat top. Is it just
Beautiful. And then Ephraim, you are gonna get another lay down the law of a 610.
Nice.
Valen, you're wrapped up.
Everyone else is critting and I can't make a deck save.
Hey, I didn't land any of my straight hits, so you know, you're still in good company.
Well, I was going to attack D, but I can't because it'll be at disadvantage.
You could try and get out.
I will do that.
All right, athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics for sure.
So you're stuck. It's like super sticky, man.
I should have risked the disadvantage. I have a bonus action I have. Yeah, I don't really have any bonus action, so that's my turn.
Spider D.
His name.
It's 20. Scurries over next to Valen. And you see the mandibles sort of open up. There's dripping of venom as it's going to try and bite you.
Because I'm restrained.
That is only going to be a 15 to hit.
That misses
Alright.
barely.
Just barely. So even restrained as you are, you're still able to pull away enough. As Ephraim, it is your turn. You got some spiders around you.
Alright. F is to the south. This is who's above me? This is. I've covered the letter here.
I.
Okay. Between I and F, are they both about the same? Both look about the same at this point, or?
No, F looks a
which one's gonna hit
little more roughed up.
All right. Ephraim's going to. He's gonna like look at his hands for a second. He's like, oh, I don't have my spear. He's going to kick at its eyes very quickly. Hoping it lands. Unarmed strike to the spider's eyes. Another 12. Like none of his main attacks have hit so far. Burn off one more focus point again to do a flurry of blows. So first attack again on. Does a 14 hit?
14 just hits.
Just hits. Okay. So this is gonna be force damage again. 9 force damage on F. And it's still standing, it looks like, right?
9 after hitting F. Yeah, it's still standing. Just barely, though.
And make another, like this is gonna be the first hit miss, the second one hit, the third time's the charm, hopefully. 13 misses, so that's gone. He still has the ability to move, so what he's gonna do is, let's see, 28, 23, 20. I'm gonna burn around, 55 feet of movement to move 22 feet. And as before, they will have disadvantage on opportunity attacks. He's just gonna try and weave and dodge out of the way.
Alright.
Moves away from I and F.
So F misses. And then That is a 17 to hit, which misses as well. So you're good. And that brings
he
us.
misses, and then just gonna runs over there. Yep,
Yep.
that's it.
That brings us to F's turn. And F enjoys the chase for his food. He likes playing, so he's gonna follow along with a little hunt, and go for another bite. For a natural 20.
Oh, can I see the spider from where I am?
Yeah.
I'll silvery barbs that natural 20.
Okay.
I'm giving the advantage to myself.
All right. Advantage goes to Valen. The natural 20 is brought down to a gentleman's 20, which I do believe still hits.
Yep.
All right.
20 still hits.
So that's 11 piercing, which you're going to negate, and 8 points of poison. So you're good.
Getting splashed by poison all day.
All
All
day.
good.
All right.
As long as it doesn't get in you, you're good.
I don't.
That's
It's Eye's
not my
turn.
eyes.
Blimey.
Eye is going to go after Flat Top, since you're right there. Ah, nope, that's the wrong button. 16 to hit Flat Top.
Nope.
All right. Jinx, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna eat what I did last time, but this time it's gonna be on Spider Disgusting.
Oh, it's just
And I don't need to insightful fighting because he's next to Valen. So I'll just throw my very sharp dagger at him with a 21 to hit. And this is gonna do. Ooh, not as great of a roll this time, but 23, all the same. Is it still up?
Yep.
I will nick attack him as well. With a 27 to hit, doing 3 more points of damage.
Dead.
And then I will go back into my corner because I like it here.
The corner is nice. Flat Top, it's your turn.
we're gonna go after that injured one first.
Okay.
Blow
Blow him to bits.
Gal.
Oh no!
13?
Just misses.
Hmm.
Cool. Anything else from
No
Flat
bueno.
Top?
Not currently.
All right, Valen, it's your turn.
Try and get myself unrestrained.
All right. Athletics or acrobatics?
And because of the silvery barbs, I do have advantage on this.
It is your next d20 roll.
21.
All right, yeah, you're able to get out. It's still stuck on your hand some where you were like trying to pull it away, but you're no longer restrained.
Yep, and I'm moving out of eye line of both of these spiders.
Okay.
Jinx gives you an air high five.
Oof.
Ephraim, it is your turn.
Ephraim is gonna be. He's gonna look at the spider and its 8 eyes and just say, "Please, die," and then punch it in the eyes. 25 should hit.
100%.
Not 1, but again, 6 force damage.
It seems to respond well to polite requests, as it is defeated.
Right. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. I've got my bonus action and my movement. How far away am I?
You'd be able to get there.
Yeah, just barely. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna burn up all my movement to get to the very last guy here.
Yep.
Burn off one more key point, or key point. Burn off another. No, you know what? I'm not gonna burn a focus point. I'm just gonna attack him straight. And then roll a nat 2. That's fine. I'll stay where I am.
Cool.
I don't want to burn up the entire reserve of key points that I have.
Uh, our last spider still seems to be very intent on Flat Top. And I'm gonna ask for a dexterity save from Flat Top.
That was a 25.
You are able to avoid getting webbed up. Jinx, it's your turn.
Great. If I come here, can I see it?
Yeah,
Well, okay. I'm going to throw my very sharp dagger at it.
go for it.
17, I think it's. That's gonna do 30 points of damage.
Dead spider. Meaning that you guys are no longer bound by the initiative.
I don't really think that was
Mhm.
enjoyable, friends.
I'm just gonna like use some of the webbing to kind of wash off the poison, like to dry out the poison from around his body. Like just, uh, I I remember being able to hit things. So no, definitely not enjoyable. But we are alive. Yes.
I will get out of the doorway.
While I'm still in this room here, is it? It was just spiders and their webbing, right? We don't see any traces of.
I
Not sure
mean,
what I'd be looking for actually.
there's signs that this was a ballroom once. The chandeliers, the broken ballroom chairs. But yeah, beyond that, there doesn't seem to be much here. Though for a brief second, there's a mass snail army, but it disappears as if some mass hallucination.
Okay.
About that actually.
You and your tax haven situations.
I have to doodle sometimes, and snails are fun.
I noticed none of them are wearing hats.
Why would I put hats on my snails?
The fact that you even have to ask that is so damning.
Look, I don't want to hear something about a guy who's on the wrong side of the mouse pant debate.
Yeah. All right. Gotta rejoin my crew.
All right.
I'm burn off a focus point to heal myself a little bit. Let's see. 1d8 plus 5. 7 plus 5. 12. So Ephraim stitches himself back together. Um, almost. Yeah, almost back to where he was. How's everyone else doing? He's gonna check on Flat Top. Like,
Sitting pretty good.
yeah, they didn't seem to be able to hit you. Actually, is it the hat?
Less the hat, more the jacket on this one.
Yeah.
I find that certain hides make it harder to hit.
Well, it's outside with spiders. Do we expect more spiders up north? Because if it's more spiders, I think we can just set a torch on this entire place.
Maybe there's a rival gang to the north.
A rival spider gang is what you're telling me?
What would be a rival gang for a gang of spiders? Like, would it be another spider
I mean,
gang,
more
or
spiders.
would it be more spiders, or would it be another thing?
Spider
Fire
wasps.
elementals.
No, it'd be wasps. It would be spider wasps. Which would be worse?
Oh,
Okay, so we just guaranteed that one of those things is now in the north room. Because we just supplied Faye with ideas.
something a little bit like that.
No, no,
That
no.
should be familiar to one person here.
No, 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 no.
No thanks.
You don't want? You had so much fun with them last time.
You and I remember that very differently.
I had a lot of fun last time. Maybe we'll find an angel body up there too.
Oh, God.
Maybe you won't. How about that?
What was their AC was like 19 or some shit, wasn't it?
Something.
It was like ridiculously high.
So, what did you guys like to do? Which doors do you want to investigate? Or do you want to ignore the doors and go up to the next level?
I would like to very stealthily investigate the doors.
Sure. Roll me a stealth roll.
Not an expert, but I get by.
So, with a 20 on stealthily checking doors and whatnot, you can tell that the three other sets that are here, the one, uh, this one, this one, this one, all of those seem to be unlocked. Obviously, these ones are open. A peek down that area would reveal to you what looks to be a dining hall, though there is actual light in that room. There seems to be a flickering of some sort of fire.
Can I hear anything?
Nope. It's all quiet in these areas.
Spiders quiet too. Ephraim is gonna. Just gonna wave them over. He's gonna quietly try and head back to where Valen and Jinx are,
Usually done.
and Flat Top is, and then just kind of say, I don't hear spiders, and I don't see webs, at least not up north.
Well, that might be going after then.
So, but is the plan.
North.
Okay.
He will retrieve a spear from where Valen was stuck.
Yeah,
Just kind of clean the cobwebs off it a little bit.
easily done.
And it's gonna like check in on Flat Top and just like give a quick nod as to say, let's open these doors at the same time. Let's see.
Are we kicking him in or?
No. Well, he's gonna use a spear to like just gently nudge it open, same as
Okay.
before. Mostly
I
because
will. I will use my forearm with my gun in the hand to push the door open and kind of sweep the room as we open.
So, as you coordinate opening these rooms together in a tactful tactic, whatever, you guys are going to be opening the rooms in sync, and we'll pick up with that in our next session.
Excellent.
very good.
And maybe, just maybe, there might be a fire wasp over there.
No.